He's not answering my calls. It's over, and he must know it.
You don't think there's any way he can recover?
The Republicans will play that interview on every radio and television station from now until November 5th.
I sympathize with the kid, but this is my concern from the beginning.
And I should have listened to you, sir. Thought he could handle the pressure.
Okay, so he withdraws. We need a replacement.
You have any ideas?
With less than 2 months to go? If the president hadn't shut me out of the early discussions, I could have come up with some good options, but I don't know anyone who's got the name recognition and donor base to start a campaign from scratch just 7 weeks out. Let me think.
Everything hinges on the next few minutes. All my months of planning, every move I've made. There is one person.
Who?
You, Mr. Vice President.
Huh.
If you ran to reclaim your seat, I think you'd win by a landslide.
Resign the vice presidency.
Only if you win.
Walker needs me for 2016.
Are you entirely certain he's going to keep you on the ticket? I mean, it's no secret the two of you don't exactly get along.
What has he said?
Oh, well, you're putting me in a very awkward position, Mr. Vice President.
Has he been bad-mouthing me?
Well, the exact phrase he used was pain in the ass.
That fucker. He's got no idea how to lead, no sense of respect. Oh. Is this his idea?
No.
His way of getting rid of me?
No, it struck me yesterday, and I just thought it was worth suggesting. But no, I haven't discussed this with anyone.
And you shouldn't. People don't leave the White House to become a governor.
May I ask you a personal question, sir? Do you want to be the vice president? But Peter said that when you were out on that campaign trail, you had so much enthusiasm and energy that he thought you maybe missed being the governor.
I do miss it.
Then why not go back? You could be the hero of this election and secure Pennsylvania for the Democrats in 2016.
Garrett would never go along with something like this. Even if he hates my guts. It would make him look weak, like he's lost control of the administration.
Not if it was a mutual decision. Look, let me talk to Garrett. I won't mention that we've spoken.
I suppose there's no harm in finding out what he thinks.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
Slogans for 4.
1976, he's making us proud again. DJ,
Who is Carter?
no. Gone.
Who's 4?
Peter.
1976.
Slogans for 6.
1888.
Peter, are you here?
Grandfather's hat fits Ben. Claudia,
Who is Benjamin Harrison?
yes.
Presidential slogans for 800?
1900, the full dinner.
On the
meal.
train ride down, I almost called the police to have them break in and make sure you hadn't hurt yourself. I'm not even gonna ask you what happened. It doesn't matter right now. What matters right now? What matters?
Who's Goldwater?
Claudia,
Who's Goldwater?
Barry Goldwater, yes.
Cut something nice for 600?
The official gets to remember next.
Oh, come on. Hey, have much in that.
What matters is the 50 reporters in front of your building and the 150 campaign staffers who don't know if they still have a job.
It's over.
I know.
So, tell them to go away.
What, are you just gonna hole yourself up in here and hope it all goes away?
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan.
Well, I won't let you.
Hey, put that down.
Hey! Hey! Put that down!
We need to put out a statement. call me when you're prepared to do that. I'll be at the headquarters in Philly.
So you... I see. That's why I ended up...
You have no room for fear.
Well, being afraid doesn't accomplish anything.
It's not true. When I'm overseas, rational fear, disease or violence, that sort of fear keeps you alive. Back here, God, I find myself afraid of things that I can't name or point to. It's like, how little am I seeing? Or have I wasted this day or this moment?
Yeah, I think that sometimes. Whether my life will add up. Francis would roll his eyes if he heard me talking like this.
Does he know where you are?
No, he doesn't.
He's looking for you, that's where you are. Over there. Before you met Frank. Alone, curious, absorbing everything.
You have no idea what I was like when I was a girl.
Did he ever know that side of you?
He wasn't interested in that girl. Neither was I.
Were you interested?
Being more than an observer.
You wanted to be seen?
Not just seen. I wanted to be significant.
There's no historical precedent.
Aaron Burr ran for governor, Calhoun for the Senate.
200 years ago. One shot a man in a duel, the other believed in slavery. Is that really the sort of company we want to share, Frank?
Mr. President, we stand losing control of an important swing state, our majority in the House, and quite possibly your second term in office. Preventing all of that may require unconventional measures.
It would look like I'm pushing him out. Or worse, that he's abandoning the administration.
You make a joint statement. You say he won't resign unless he wins. If he loses, he stays on as vice president. No one could accuse either of you of disloyalty to the other.
Did Jim come to you with this?
No, this is entirely my idea. I wouldn't dream of speaking to the vice president without passing it by you first.
I think he'd take it as an affront. Like I'm trying to get rid of him.
Honestly, sir, I think he might be more interested than you imagine.
Why's that?
Well, I hesitate to bring this up, but when he was campaigning for Rousseau, he spoke quite freely about you, sir.
Tell me.
Of course, I'm getting this secondhand from Peter, but the gist of it is that you lack entirely in leadership and that you have no sense of respect.
And he wants more responsibility. And how do I give him that when he shows absolutely no discretion, no discipline?
Well, that is entirely my point. Now, look, I take full responsibility for backing Rousseau, but there could be a silver lining in all this. You could accomplish two goals: secure Pennsylvania for the Democrats and find an honorable way to replace Matthews.
What do you think?
I think it is a very big decision, and we do not want to make it impulsively.
I agree. I'd like to put some more thought into it.
Well, that is very prudent, sir. Just bear in mind, 7 weeks out, that every day counts.
How much is it?
I got your receipt right here. No. It was just $40.
Yeah. You won't tell anyone, right?
No, I never say anything about our tenants.
Pressed outside?
Yeah, I told him you weren't here, like you said. Most of them left. There's still, a few, though.
If I wanted to leave, is there a place I can do it without being seen?
Yeah, the freight elevator down to the garage. I can call you a cab or...
All right, thanks. I'll let you know.
Mr. Russo, it's none of my business, but, You know, my uncle, he fell off the wagon a few times. When he did, best thing for him was just not to be alone. I'll give you this money back. I'll take that bag off your hands. Come in here, keep you company.
I appreciate it. I'll let you know if I change my mind.
Sit down.
Where's Claire?
Not here.
So what is this? Tying up loose ends?
I wouldn't presume. People like you can't be neatly tied up. But I thought perhaps we could start.
It's very tasteful. This is the dress she wore to the gala.
I believe so.
It is. I recognize it. Go back into the bedroom.
I'm amazed how well you got her in focus. What should we call her?
Why does she need a name?
I never photograph anyone without knowing their name.
You didn't take the photograph, I did.
I think we should call her Claire.
She doesn't even look like me. Not even a younger version. Why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, not her features, her expression. Maybe we should mount her. You can hang her in your house. Would Francis object?
Can we please not discuss Francis?
You brought him up in the park.
I know I did, and I shouldn't have.
So we have to pretend he doesn't exist. I thought we could talk about anything. He has a presence here. You must admit that. When you walked through the door yesterday, he walked right in with you.
It's just me, nobody else.
And you keep telling yourself that it might come true.
How do you think she'd feel if she knew I was wearing this?
I don't know.
You don't think she'd be upset?
She'd probably say you look very beautiful in it.
It's like steel.
You should put it back.
I think I'll keep it.
I'll buy you one of your own if you'd like.
No. I want this one. She came into my bedroom. She should know I came into hers. Is your bed always so perfectly made?
It's a habit I formed at military school.
What side of the bed does she sleep on?
That side.
She can keep it. Fits her better anyway.
Listen, Zoe. Whatever just happened upstairs, whatever these past 6 months have been, can we agree that it is time to simplify?
What does simple look like?
We maintain our professional arrangement as you suggested, which I will honor.
And you still trust me?
What choice do I have?
You didn't hurt me. Or discard me like you said you would.
I'm glad I didn't have to.
Yes. We'll agree to simplify.
Good.
Sorry, I'm a few minutes late, Frank. Please, have a seat. I have a pretty good idea why you asked for this meeting.
Have you and the president had a chance to speak?
We have.
Is he leaning one way or another?
He's torn.
And what about you?
I'm a little less torn. My instincts tell me it's a mistake. You want to convince me otherwise?
Well, look, if your instincts tell you this is not the way to go, I'm not about to...
Frank, I'm going to ask you two very direct questions, and I would appreciate direct answers. When you got my son into college, were you anticipating a moment like this?
I don't follow.
Honestly, Frank?
Was I I would be happy to answer you directly if I knew what you were asking.
All right, I will ask you my second question. Do you want the vice presidency for yourself?
I would serve at the pleasure of the president if that was
You
his...
proposed this idea so that you can take Matthew's place.
I did not say that.
But it is what you want.
What I want is in the...
The president makes you VP. He keeps you on the ticket in 2016, and you use that as a springboard to run in 2020. Tell me that trajectory has never entered your mind.
Well, Linda, I make a habit of considering all trajectories in any given situation, but that's a practical exercise, not a personal one.
So you refuse to admit it.
Admit it's what I want, that's irrelevant.
You're the one who asked for this meeting, not me.
This meeting is about trying to solve a problem, not fulfill some personal ambition.
But if both could be achieved, you wouldn't object.
I think this is a sound course of action regardless of who the president taps to replace Matthews. I must gamble everything I have right now. If I'm honest, she may use it against me. If I'm not, she won't lift a finger. I've used this same tactic myself. Once someone is exposed, they're at your mercy. She wants to hear me say the words. Yes, I want to be the vice president. And yes, I helped your son get into college in the hopes that you would return the favor. But I can't force you to do so, Linda. But I also think that we would make a formidable team. Look what we've been able to accomplish even when we've been at odds with each other. Now put your mind to what we could accomplish if we weren't. Thank you for taking the time, Linda.
I'll call you back. How'd it go?
She's holding her cards very close to the chest. Any word from Peter?
Nothing. Christina said he wouldn't leave the apartment, but I called the doorman and he said that Peter was gone.
Where?
He doesn't know.
He needs to officially withdraw to put pressure on the wall.
I'm trying to track him down.
Well, why'd you let him out of your sight in the first place?
I thought he was showering. He disappeared when I was on the phone with you.
There was a plan here, Doug. He explodes, he withdraws, we put him back together, and he quietly goes away.
Russo has made no public appearances since allegations that he was inebriated during a radio interview on WZPZ Pittsburgh yesterday morning. Sources among the Democratic leadership have suggested that the party is currently considering options to replace Russo. Meanwhile, Republican candidate Jack Swofford's lead has jumped to a 24-point margin, according to an overnight CNN poll of registered voters. The Swofford campaign is also reporting a sharp spike in contributions, nearly $500,000 in the last 20.
I saw that this morning.
Francis got Peter to run.
Did you know him well?
We weren't close.
Do you need to make calls? Because I can
I
head
don't
into
think
the
so.
other room.
Thanks. Where are you going?
To the lab. I should have gone in today.
Adam.
Just go, leave. How long do you think this can possibly go on for? We have never spent more than 48 hours together. Maybe there's a reason for that.
A part of me still loves you.
Which part? I can't be just a pit stop, Claire, or some sort
Oh,
of
come on,
escape.
more than
or
that.
a top-up on whatever Francis can't provide.
Fuck off! He's my husband, Adam. We've gone through more than you could ever imagine. I envy your free spirit, and I'm attracted to it, but not all of us have that luxury.
Which is what I find so frustrating about you, Claire. You had a choice. You chose not to be free.
No, what I chose was a man I could love for more than a week.
I shouldn't have said that.
At least you're being honest.
I can't live moment to moment like you, Adam.
I have a history with Francis. I have a future with him. And it's bigger than a moment.
Then you should kill it. Whatever part of you still loves me. If you can't, I will.
Hey, sweetie. How's it going? You with your mom?
She's downstairs. You want me to go get her?
No. I just wanted to call and say, hey, your brother and you. Is he there?
He's in his room, I think.
Okay, you want to go get him?
Hold on. He says he doesn't want to talk to you.
Why not?
We've seen the news, Dad. There were all sorts of TV cameras at our school yesterday. Mom's making us stay home this week.
I want you to do something. I want you to go to your bedroom window and look out. You see that black car?
Yeah.
That's me.
You shouldn't be here, Dad. Mom would be really angry.
Well, we don't need to tell her, right? It'll just be for a little secret.
Your voice sounds weird, like it did on the radio.
You heard that?
I have a computer.
I'm sorry. Sometimes your dad makes some mistakes.
I better go.
No.
I don't like to hear your voice when it's like this. It makes me sad. Bye, Dad.
Sarah, please.
Peter,
Christina.
where are you?
I'm not doing so well.
Where are you, Peter?
I'm in my car.
Are you driving?
No.
Tell me where you are.
I'm outside my kid's house.
You mean Madeline?
No.
I need you to stay right there. Okay, Peter? You'll stay there? Peter? Peter, are you still there? Hello?
I'd like to turn myself in.
For what?
8 months ago, I was pulled over for drunk driving. They let me go. I should have been convicted.
Well, if you were let go, sir, we can't arrest you for it now.
Well, I drunk drove here. Arrest me for that.
We can put you in a detox tank.
I want to be formally arrested. My name is Congressman Peter Russo. I was arrested in January on Michigan Avenue.
Please have a seat, Congressman. I'm gonna make a few phone calls.
Have you found him?
In front of his ex-wife's house. Christina said he called for Mayor.
He's not there.
No. His phone is. Found it by the curb.
So we have no way to contact him.
Not unless he reaches out to us.
This isn't good.
You want me to alert the authorities?
Let's give him a little longer.
How long did it last?
About 6 months. He was older.
A lot?
Yeah.
Was he a journalist, or did he work on the Hill?
I'd rather not say.
All right.
He was someone I looked up to for a while.
Why did it end?
He has a wife. We both knew it was going to end eventually. I mean, it was fucked up. The first night we spent together, he told me he was gonna hurt me and then discard me. And when it ended, I told him that he'd done neither, but it does hurt.
I won't hurt you.
Yeah, you can't promise me that.
Yes, I can.
Has anyone else seen him?
He's in an interrogation room by himself. Never should have got mixed up in this fucking mess.
We're way beyond regret time, Barney. Just have your guys keep him out of sight. I'll need a back exit. I got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, Peter. Where's your car?
It's down the street.
I'll drive you home. You go back to mine. Have Meacham let you in. This way.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Peter?
I need to take responsibility for my actions.
By getting yourself thrown in jail.
Real responsibility. Like they talk about in the meetings, not the lies we told for the campaign.
What you just did was extremely reckless.
I don't care. I'm making a statement tomorrow, Frank.
How about pulling out of the race?
That's not enough, honey. I need this hiding.
Let's work together on the language.
I have to do it on my own. It's gotta be my own words.
Look, Peter, this isn't just about you anymore, right? Let me help you.
I don't want your help. I didn't ever ask your help when I got arrested. When does your help ever help me? You can live your life the way you want to. I'm done being told how to live mine.
Well, there has to be a way to take responsibility without shattering everything. Are you at least willing to have that discussion? You want me to come upstairs?
No.
I know you're in a lot of pain, Peter. But I don't want you to feel any pain tonight. Here, you can start fresh tomorrow. Go ahead, I won't judge you. Hell, I'll even join you. Just relax. You're home now. Whatever it is you have to face tomorrow, you don't have to face it now. Right now, it's just you and me. The rest of the world doesn't matter. Your children, Christina, they will forgive you because you're loved, Peter.
I failed myself. I failed my family. I failed the campaign.
No, you haven't, Peter. May I? You know, when Claire and I were first married, we talked about having children. I told her flat out I didn't want any. It was selfish, but honest. I didn't have a particularly happy childhood. I suspect you didn't either.
No.
You see, no person avoids pain. And I just didn't think it was right to bring a child in knowing that. But now, when I think back, I realize that was cowardly. I see you, and I think, well, there's a brave man far braver than me.
When I think about I'm so tired.
You just close your eyes. Let it all go. We have all the time in the world. Peter. Peter. I walked back. Whatever happens in the next few hours, whatever you hear, we will never speak of it.
Sir, I heard from Linda about a half an hour ago. The president wants to meet with you. 8:30.
About what?
I don't know.
Frank. You know, when you brought up this idea, I wasn't sold. It struck me as both desperate and careless. But then Linda laid out all the pros, and they clearly outweigh the cons. I explained our reasoning to Jim and hoped he wouldn't think I was off my rocker.
I did at first, but the president made some very good arguments. It's a bold move, Frank. I'm very impressed.
Well, thank you, sir, for being open to the idea. And thank you, Mr. President, for taking the risk.
We'll need to work this out step by step. The execution has to be perfect.
Where are things with Russo? Any word from him yet?
We're still trying to locate him.
Was there any cause for worry?
It's been 2 days.
I am a bit worried, I have to admit. I mean, this must be an extremely difficult moment for him, but we're hoping he'll reach out shortly.
Well, let's get our people on it. I want to know where he is. Now, once he withdraws, we have to move quickly. We'll make a joint statement, as you proposed.
It's a clear message, I think. Pennsylvanians matter to us, and we're not going to let them down.
That's right. I'll say that Jim's an invaluable asset to the White House, but that I have great admiration for the sacrifice he's willing to make for the people of his home state.
And you should not accept his resignation until he's elected. That will show your continuing commitment to him.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea.
As long as I can devote myself wholly to the campaign, I agree.
Now, should Jim win, we'll need to nominate a vice president immediately. Linda, you're putting together a list of names?
Yes, and you can begin the vetting process as soon as you narrow down the choices. I already have a short list of top contenders.
I want your input on that, Jim.
More than happy.
Congressman? Congressman?
We can use the existing infrastructure. Are you okay with Nash Aaron's?
I like Nash, but I want to bring in some of my own people.
Well, that won't be a problem. Nash is a team player.
And we can reallocate some of your existing 2016
Excuse
reelection
me,
funds.
Linda. Peter Russo is dead. It's suicide. He was found in his garage with the car still running. I'm so sorry, Frank.
May I have a moment, sir?
Of course.
I will get more information and start drafting a statement.
Let's reschedule. Whenever it's best for Frank.
Congressman Peter Russo was found dead early this morning in the parking garage
Why didn't we
of
break
his
this?
apartment building in Washington, D.C. U.S. Secret Service agents discovered his body after reports that Russo had been missing since Saturday. His body was transferred to the D.C. coroner's office, where an autopsy is expected to confirm his death as a suicide. A junior congressman from Philadelphia, Russo was 36 years old and is survived by 2 children.
Can I get to the office?
Russo was in the midst of a heated battle for the governorship of Pennsylvania. He was
last heard publicly during a morning political radio show on Pittsburgh station WZPZ. Now, during the interview, he slurred his words, he sounded disoriented, leading many to believe he had relapsed and was
Back to DC.
right here on this TV station for all your late-breaking details about this major news story, the suicide of Congressman Peter Russo.
I find it very difficult to express everything that I'm feeling right now. And I know Claire feels exactly the same.
Peter was very special to us. A sort of magnetic presence that electrified everyone he touched, and my husband and I became very close to him in the past several months.
Peter was more than a colleague, more than a friend. He was family. Our hearts go out to his children and to his mother, to all of those who knew him and worked with him and loved him. We would ask that all of you respect their privacy and honor their loss. Today is indeed a sad day for the United States Congress, for the state of Pennsylvania, and for all of us. Thank you very much.
Sir, how long?